Come to kneel at the back of the mat. Open your knees as wide as the mat with the big toes touching behind you. Begin to bow in between your legs, reaching the arms forward, resting your forehead onto the earth for extended child's pose. As you allow yourself to surrender to the earth beneath you, energetically draw the arms and the torso towards the front of the mat as you press your seat to the heels. This will elongate and decompress the spine in preparation for asana. Find your breath and start to deepen the inhalations and the exhalations. Apply a slight constriction at the back of the throat so your breath is audible. Ujjayi pranayama. Breathe as slowly as you possibly can. Lift the head up. Draw the hands towards you. Come into a seated position. Slowly keep the legs as they are. Once you're upright with your torso, interlace the fingers very loosely. Spin the palms up and rest the shape in front of your pelvis. Close your eyes if you wish. This is Ushas Mudra. The word Ushas means dawn in Sanskrit. And this hand gesture allows us to welcome each day more positively as a field of infinite possibilities. The openness of the palms mirror this openness to all of life. This mudra balances the inhalation and exhalation, allowing us to cultivate equanimity and harmony. With greater equanimity and harmony, we can find the balance between will and surrender, realizing that not everything is in our control, and cultivating a sense of trust in the universe. As you're ready, come onto all fours, parallel your knees, keep your toes tucked under on an inhalation, arch for cow, exhale, chin to chest, round, and continue to move between cat-cow stretches, following the rhythm of your breath and synchronizing the two, breath and movement. Like two wings of a bird. Walk the hands 2 or 3 inches further forward than the shoulders. Tuck your toes under if you haven't already. Fill up with breath, and on the exhalation, press up and back into tiger dog with knees bent, heels lifted. Bend the knees even more. Stick your butt up and press up and back. See how this lengthens the whole of the spine and back of the legs. Smooth, long Deep breathing here. Begin to walk the hands back to your feet. You can come high onto the fingertips and keep the knees soft. Open your feet as wide as the mat. Turn the toes out. Knees follow the same direction and squat down for a malasana at the back of the mat. Hands in prayer. Stay upright as best you can. Use the elbows to pry the knees open. Draw the belly in and up. Release the hands down and begin to swivel, coming onto the left heel and the right heel, moving from side to side. Feel free to look at me, loosening through the hips and the pelvis, the inner thighs. Come back into stillness, hands in prayer. Take 2 breaths here. Release the hands down and start to come into a forward fold, turning the toes forward and heel toe, your feet hip distance, and simply bow here. Keep the knees soft and draw the belly in and up. Begin to unroll into standing. Head comes up last. Once you're upright, reach the arms out and up. Join your prayer and lengthen towards the sky. Draw your prayer to your heart. Keep your hands in a prayer in front of the heart. Reach the arms forward so they're parallel to the earth. Open the arms out to the side and bring your fingertips to your low back. Bend the knees, stick your butt up, and arch back, standing back bend. Start to fold forward, sliding the hands at the back of your thighs, your legs. Come into a forward fold, inhale, into a halfway lift, high onto the fingertips. Exhale, walk it out. Bring your knees down, bring your whole body down. Full prostration, reach the arms forward, turn the palms up. Forehead bows. Full prostration. Bring the hands in a prayer in front of you without lifting the head. Draw the prayer towards your head. So your head is resting at the base of your wrists. Draw the hands by the side of the chest. Press everything down. Reach your chest forward and up for cobra. Go through bent knees. Back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts straight up and back. Exhale, step through. Bring your left knee down. On an inhalation, reach your right arm towards the sky, the back of the mat, and trace a half circle in front of you, drawing the arm forward again, and repeat this arm flow. Feel free to look at me, reaching the arm up towards the back of the mat, drawing a semicircle and reaching the arms forward again. Release your right hand down, lift your back knee up, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, hinge forward into plank, bend the knees and press back. Shakti waves, making waves with your spine. You have one more. Press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts straight up and back. Exhale, step through, bring your right knee down. Left arm reaches towards the sky. The back of the mat. Draw a semicircle and draw the left arm towards the front of the mat again. And you have 3 more of these. See if you can follow your hand with your gaze, stretching out the neck as well. Release the left hand down, lift the back knee up and step back into downward facing dog. And now bend the knees and make waves in the opposite direction, pushing the knees forward and pressing up and back, doing the opposite of what you did earlier. Find stillness in downward facing dog. Walk the hands back to the feet little by little. Keep the knees soft. Begin to unroll into standing one vertebra at a time. Reach the arms out and up. Join your prayer and lengthen and draw the prayer to the heart. Taking a few moments here to simply feel into this take on prostration namaskara. With your hands in a prayer in front of the heart, reach the arms forward. Second round, open the arms out. Bring your fingertips to your low back. Bend your knees and arch back. Standing back bend. Fold forward, sliding the hands at the back of your thighs and your legs. Inhale into a halfway lift, high onto the fingertips. Exhale, walk it out. Bring your knees down, belly down, face down, full prostration, full Danda Pranam. Reach the arms forward, palms up, forehead rests onto the earth. Bring the hands in a prayer without lifting the head. Draw the prayer towards your head, so resting the forehead at the base of your thumbs. Place the hands by the side of the chest now for Cobra. Press everything down. Reach your chest forward and up for Cobra. Drawing the shoulders down and squeezing the elbows in. Go through bent knees and press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts straight up and back. Bend the knee and stack your hip. Open your right pelvis to the right. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Square your hips, draw the right knee down, re-extend your right leg and step through. Keep your back knee lifted, come upright, reaching the arms out and up. Interlace the fingers, spin the palms up and simply breathe into the shape. High lunge with arms overhead, fingers interlaced and palms up. Scissor the inner thighs toward one another. Draw the navel to the spine. Release the interlace. Place the hands down either side of the right foot. Spin your back foot flat. Warrior 2 feet. Left arm carries you up. You are in Warrior 2. Arms are in a T. Spin your right palm up. Reach up and back for Reverse Warrior. Hold your right wrist with your left hand and reach towards the back of the mat a little bit more, opening the whole right side of the body. Place now the right hand onto the left shoulder and hold the right elbow with the left hand and reach up and back a little bit more. Re-extend the arms in a T, come back into Warrior 2. Place your right forearm on your right thigh with the palm up. Left arm alongside the left ear for Parsvakonasana variation. Place your left hand onto your left hip. Place the right hand in front of the right foot. Stay high onto the fingertips. Step onto the right leg with the left leg up for half moon pose. Curl the toes towards you. Spread the toes and push through the heel. Place your left hand onto your left hip. Rebend the right knee. Step the left leg back. Release the right hand down. Frame your right foot. Step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale Hinge forward into plank, bend the knees and press back for Shakti waves. Continue for 3 more rounds in your own flow, undulating through the spine. Find stillness in downward facing dog and lengthen. Inhale, left leg lifts straight up and back. Bend the knee and stack the hip. Keep the shoulder square. Inhale, left leg straightens. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Square the hips, draw the left knee towards the earth, re-extend the left leg and step through for high lunge. Come up right with your torso, reach the arms overhead, interlace the fingers and spin the palms up. And simply feel into your strength, into this powerful high lunge pose. Release the interlace. Place the hands down either side of the left foot. Spin your right foot flat, warrior 2 feet, bend into your left knee. Right arm carries you up, you are in warrior 2. Spin your right palm up, reach up and back for a reverse warrior. Hold your left wrist with your right hand and reach up and back a little bit more without losing the depth in the left leg. Place your left hand onto your right shoulder, hold the left elbow with the right hand and reach up and back a little bit more. A deeper opening in the side body. Release the arms. Place the left forearm onto the left thigh with the palm up. Right arm alongside the right ear for side angle variation. Release the right hand down. Release the left hand down under the left shoulder. Stay high onto the fingertips. Step onto your left leg. Reach and extend the right leg behind you. Curl right toes to shin for half moon pose. If you feel stable, reach the right arm towards the sky. Release the right hand down. Step back with your right leg. Frame your left foot. Spin your right heel up and step back into downward facing dog. Take Shakti waves now in the opposite direction, bending the knees and pushing forward, making waves with your spine. Find stillness now in downward facing dog and come back to the breath. Inhale, hinge forward into plank. Bring the knees down. Bring the whole body down. Release the toes. Reach the arms forward. Hands in prayer. Rest your forehead at the base of your wrists or your thumbs. Interlace the fingers behind you. Keep the forehead down for now. Straighten the arms. Press everything down. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest and the arms off the glutes. Exhale, lift the legs. Spread through the toes and lengthen in opposite directions. Notice what's happening to the jaw and allow your mouth to open ever so slightly to avoid grinding your teeth. Release, make a pillow with your palms. Rest your forehead there and allow the dust of that to settle. Lift the head, and roll onto your back. With the legs bent, release the hands down. Robot your arms, lifting the forearms towards the sky, engaging the shoulders. Release the forearms back down. Take a deep breath in and lift up into bridge. Perhaps tickling the back of the ankles. Continue to lengthen. Keep the legs and feet parallel. If you wish, you may place one hand under the sacrum and then the other, keeping the elbows shoulder width, deepening this back bend. Continue to press the feet down and engage your inner thighs. They are the ones doing the majority of the work in this pose. Option to stay in regular bridge. Continue to breathe deep into your lungs. Release slowly, releasing the hands, releasing the body back down. Bring your knees to touch, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And again, simply feel the effects of the back bend. Bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fan out for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. Open the arms out in a T with the palms up. Opening ourselves up to receive energetically and physically. Bring the knees together. Bring the knees into the chest, one hand on each knee. Begin to draw circles with your knees around your hip joint. Releasing any residual tension from the lower back, the pelvis, the inner thighs. As you're ready, straighten the legs. Release the arms out by the side with the palms up, slightly away from the body for your final relaxation. Corpse pose. Nothing else to do here other than surrender and rest. Begin to deepen your breath. Bend the legs and roll onto one side. Take some time here. Come into a seated position. Take Ushas Mudra again, lightly interlacing the fingers with the palms up. Taking some time to feel into the effects of the practice, marinating in the peace that we created, allowing this day to unfold along with all its new possibilities. Sealing in the benefits of the practice with a few moments of stillness. Bring your hands in a prayer in front of your heart. Bow the head to the heart. Thank yourself for practicing. Namaste.